What's up? What's up, guys? Welcome to another show. This guy cracks me up, man. Welcome to another show, man. NBA Talk with Jay and the prop guy, Andy Lang, man. It's October 18th, first day in the NBA. We're going to bring you guys some props, some sides, maybe look at some totals as well on the two games tonight, man. What's up with you, Andy? Everything cool with you, man?
Oh my God, NBA season's back. I don't know if it kind of feels like it's been forever, but it kind of feels like it just ended. So the research already ready for this season. Just very excited. Now we got daily NBA plays and props. Really excited. Only a couple games tonight, but man, for moving forward for the next 7-8 months, this is our lives, man. It's NBA every day.
Exactly, man. That's why NBA is king over football to me, man. We don't have to wait every week. Oh, there's days without football. No, there's NBA every single day, my guys. Absolutely love it. The grind begins. Obviously, it's a long grind, guys, but it begins today. But let's get to it, my guys. Let's get to it here. We got the let's go first game up. We got the 76ers here versus the Boston Celtics. This line has come up to 3.5 some spots here, Andy. Maybe some money coming in today on the Celtics, but this line originally opened up at +5, and then now it's been cratering all the way down, hit 2, and then now some money starting to come back in. And how you liking this game, Andy?
Well, I personally tread pretty light on spreads and totals throughout the course of the year, but definitely at the beginning of the year, I don't know what to expect. So take this. This is just, kind of some thoughts. I wouldn't take this as official plays. I think without Robert Williams, this is a real problem for Boston tonight. Joel Embiid is going to go up against Al Horford. There is no way Al Horford can sustain the minutes and the wear and tear that he did last year was an incredible year for him. That's a deep run into the playoffs. And if Al Horford gets into foul trouble tonight, it is Joel Embiid all night long. Tatum's going to be at the 4. He's going to have to be helping out on the backside defense. He's going to have to help out with rebounds. But I think this could be a game where Joel Embiid might be able to do just about whatever he wants. And I look at my chops at 26.5 points over for Joel Embiid. If Horford gets in foul trouble, you could be looking at a 40 spot for Joel tonight. I think it's a bad spot for the Celtics. I like Philly in this one.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'm liking Philly as well, guys. Obviously, like I say, if you guys watch the team previews, we got on this one at +4.5, +5. Whenever that news came out that Udoka was going to be missing the season, it's just that simple. There's a lot of things going on here. Obviously, we knew that Robert Williams was going to be out as well for having off-season surgery. I don't think a lot of people know, Andy. To be honest with you, the team's defense is night and day with Williams out there, guys. With him out there with their best rim protector as well, and he can step out on the perimeter as well, like on the pick and roll. Without him, like you say, you're asking Al Horford to be the paint protector. Horford is somewhat of an offensive guy. It's not that he can't play defense and lock in, but asking him to guard Embiid in the first game of the season, it's a tall task if you ask me. You got Luke Cornett and Grant Williams coming off the bench. I see Embiid should be able to go for 30 points in his sleep tonight, my guys. So looking at, and I mean, they added Montrezl Harrell off the bench as well. But regardless of that, everybody getting to the basket. Harden, it's not just for the centers, right, Andy? For you got guys like Harden, Tyrese Maxey as well, D'Anthony Melton coming off the bench. I just feel like these guys should be able to go to the rack damn near every play. So I like the Sixers in this one, man. I took them. We went official +2.5 on the early show, guys. We went live at 11 a.m. Eastern, but it's up to +3.5 now. I like it. I don't agree with the money coming in here on the Celtics. Celtics are a great team. Could they get the win? It's very possible, but I'd like to go with the Sixers here without Robert Williams here. But Andy, what are we doing? Embiid over 26.5. Any other props?
I like Embiid over 26.5, and also don't forget about Tatum over his rebounds. He's going to be inside. He's going to have to help out on that, and Horford is probably going to be concentrating more on blocking out on Embiid. If the ball comes right to Horford, he'll grab it, but you got the ball coming off the rim. Horford's just going to have to body up Embiid and expect some of these guys like Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, Marcus Smart to come in and help rebound. It's going to have to be a team effort on the boards tonight. And, listen, it's going to be an interesting matchup to watch Marcus Smart and James Harden. We've got the in-shape James Harden, which that's going to be a good matchup. If Boston is going to win tonight, you're going to have a really good game from Marcus Smart. And I might look at Marcus Smart maybe over this 21.5. Seems a bit low. even though Harden may be in shape, I'm not really sure his defense has improved a whole lot. So Marcus Smart's going to have a nice matchup there on the perimeter. 21.5 seems low. I would cap this at 23.5, especially with him gobbling up some rebounds and gobbling up some assists. So Joel Embiid by far is going to be my favorite, but I would look at Marcus Smart and Jason Tatum over some of those stats as well.
I just want to ask you something here. Why did they get Brogdon? They brought Brogdon in as a starting point guard in this league. You bring him in to bring him off the bench. I mean, we saw last year that the Celtics need a real point guard, right? Marcus Smart is not that. They can get away with him going point guard at some games, but he's not a true point guard. He's definitely not a true ball handler. So guess what? It kind of puts them in the same boat. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum handling the ball a lot, and maybe that's not necessarily their recipe for success here. So what do you think about them getting Brogdon? Do you think that messes with Marcus Smart's minutes at the point guard position?
Well, as someone that lives in Indianapolis and watches the Pacers, I've watched a lot of Malcolm Brogdon, and he could be very, very frustrating because he'll go for 2 or 3 weeks playing at a really, really good level, and you're like, oh, great, and then all of a sudden he's out for 10 games with an ankle injury or like a wrist injury or something. I worry about that for Boston, that he comes into the rotation and he's giving you 20 to 25 solid minutes off the bench every night. And then all of a sudden he's hurt. And now you don't have, and then he comes back and you got to work him back into the rotation. It's always been the frustrating part about Brogdon. If he stays healthy, he's going to be a beautiful addition. He's going to be able to lessen the minutes that Brown and Smart and even Tatum are going to have to do this regular season. I don't underestimate how much energy the Celtics had to use in the playoffs. They are going to need breaks. There's no way they can play those minutes. So if Brogdon can, take away some of the wear and tear and take away some of the tension in the backcourt, he's going to be really good. As a Pacers fan, I'm skeptical of his health, and that is not what the Celtics need, is a guy they're depending on who has questionable health. But
Andy,
can't question his talent.
He's already banged up.
Yes, it's a walking.
He already banged up. He missed the last. If I'm not mistaken, I know he left the last preseason game or missed it, regardless of a leg injury, guys. So it kind of held him out of practice a couple days as well.
He's not that.
They took.
Get used to that.
He is a little injury prone, man. Somewhat like Victor Oladipo and Anthony Davis, guys. But like I say, Marcus Smart had a little growing injury when he fell on the floor. He's saying he's all right, still does feel it a little bit. He's off the injury report, but maybe he's feeling that growing injury is not something that just goes away, guys. So I don't know if you know. So Marcus Smart had a little growing injury in the preseason. Malcolm Brogdon had a leg injury as well, where he left the game and didn't come back. So they were saying they're just taking precautions, but with the guy that's had basically surgery on both legs, one of them with the knee and the other one the ankle, you worry about guys like that. So, this is my thing, Andy. I think that Brogdon should be the starting point guard. I think that in the preseason, they should have had him try to integrate him into the offense, playing with Tatum and Brown, even if that means that you slide Marcus Smart to the bench or something. But they should. I think this is like coaching them missing Udoka like immediately. It's not saying that it won't work or that they can't win the game, but Brogdon should be the starting point guard. That's what they brought him over there for. He shouldn't be coming off the bench. I think at some point during the season they'll realize that. But what do you think about Joe Mazzulla as well? He's younger than Al Horford, trying to coach the team and lead a team of alpha dogs, right? Do you think that Tatum and Brown even takes this guy serious?
Yeah, they're going to have to. Don't forget, the Celtics were a frustrating team for the first half of the entire season. They were close to 500 and just ripped off. They went 28-7 down the stretch. So it wasn't like the entire season for Boston was incredible last year. I give a lot of credit to Udoka for that. And we've seen what this group of Celtics players do. They can be lethargic. They can lose games that they have no business losing. Udoka seemed to fix that. So if this coach doesn't fire off quick, if they don't gel around him quick, this could be a rough start to the season, especially with how much energy they are coming off losing, in the championship. So, while they had a good season, their mentality is we lost. Turmoil is never good. Transitions are never good, especially abrupt coaching transitions. I don't know if the players are going to buy into him. I think last year was a great learning experience for him. I think they're all mature enough to know the only way we're going to advance to another finals is if we do buy into him. They should have learned that lesson. So I think they'll buy into it. Will the same results be there? I'm skeptical.
Yeah, let's see what happens in this one, my guys. We definitely. So, what the props that you're looking at in this? Hey, the dog is barking. You see what I'm saying? I hear him. I hear him back there. Yeah, the dog is barking today. But one more time, Andy, the props that you might be looking at in this game. Maybe Joel Embiid. I know you said Marcus Smart,
Joel Embiid
PRA.
points, Tatum rebounds, Marcus Smart 21.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Again, I'm not going big on these, but they're worth a look. They're worth a sprinkle, and I would lean Embiid as my favorite. I think he dominates tonight.
I'm with you on that. What do you think about Maxi? I'm not heavy with the props, but I know Maxi looks very improved this year. See some guys in the chat maybe saying taking them, they're going to take him over 2.5 threes. What do you think about Maxi tonight? Just a general question.
He had flashes of brilliance on on the court. For props, it was a little difficult because he was inconsistent, and sometimes those are the hardest guys to try and figure out. Maxi's going to be a wait and see. I need a couple weeks before I'm willing to bet my hard-earned money on Maxi. I want to see what his role is. I want to see who he's guarding. I want to see what his three-point shooting looks like. I know somebody in the chat had mentioned him possibly over his three-point shooting. Could be a good look, but Maxi is I'm going to be patient with Maxi. I'll have some strong opinions on other guys. Maxi is not one of them until I see until I see a couple weeks of what he produces and how he's improved in certain aspects of his game.
Yeah, don't be surprised if Maxi is one of the most improved players this year, guys. The guy's been in the gym with Harden literally all summer. I see a very improved Maxi. Let's watch him closely and see what he does tonight. I couldn't talk you off some Maxi props. Speaking of turmoil here, we have two teams here with turmoil. The Warriors, though, coming off a championship. These are the NBA, the reigning champs, right? On ring night here, Andy. They're laying 7 points versus the Los Angeles Fakers. I mean, the Lakers over there. Sorry, guys. They got Russell Westbrook.
So
Hey man, we might find some money betting against these Lakers. I feel like the way when them still having Westbrook over there, it's gonna be hard for me to bet them, Andy. I don't like going with the side that everybody's on. Everybody's gonna be taking the Warriors tonight. I don't know, man. It's a tough game for me, man. I do agree with the total coming down, though. I definitely could see it being a defensive game. But Andy, any props in this game? How you looking at this one, brother?
Well, Jay, whenever you have a team that has a lot of turmoil, the first person you want to go out and sign is Patrick Beverley. That's a great locker room guy. He doesn't bring any friction to the table. So very savvy. Yeah. This is a classic case of take a look at the quotes. Steve Kerr said his starters are not going to be playing more than 30 minutes to start the season. They're going to lean on their depth. They're going to lean on their bench players, and this fits in beautifully. One of the player props for the season I gave out was Draymond Green to average under 7.1 rebounds a game, with Kevon Looney, with Wiggins, with a healthy Klay Thompson, with Wiseman, Kuminga. These guys that are coming off the bench are going to get a lot of minutes, and you do not need Draymond for the regular season. Draymond is there he's there for the playoff run. He's older. He is very physical. We know how he sets picks and plays defense. And I think his minutes come way down, especially to start this regular season. So if I like him to average less than 7.1 rebounds a game, I've got to take him under 7.5 rebounds for tonight. Those quotes from Kerr, one thing we know about Steve Kerr, he doesn't lie to the media about his basketball strategies. He's very open and honest about it. So I would be very worried to take overs on the starters for Golden State. If anything, you're looking at unders, but that one stuck out to me as a pretty good one. I'm going to be on Draymond unders for most of the season. As for the Lakers, Jay, I have no idea what to make of this Lakers team. And maybe this falls in the category of we don't have to bet every game. Sometimes the best bets you make are the ones you don't make. And with this Lakers team, I have no idea how they're going to look. I think a lot of this game they're going to be playing against weird Warriors lineups. Who knows what the chemistry is going to be? Who knows how many minutes Westbrook is going to get? I would say I do like Anthony Davis on some of his overs. You got to take advantage of Anthony Davis when he's healthy, and it may only be for the first few games of the season. I'm serious. So if you're looking at Anthony Davis, maybe his points, I think I kind of like Looney, but listen, he's not going to do anything with stopping Anthony Davis. But with Anthony Davis, did he improve his jump shooting? He was one of the worst jump shooters in the league. So if as long as he can take less of those shots and make a few more a game, I like him on his points for tonight. But Draymond under, and other than that, I'm a little nervous about playing props in this game.
Hey, that's a good point. Yeah. Hey, my guy, CO, I wonder what you got the AD double at. Because especially with him playing the five more, there's definitely more rebounded opportunities for Anthony Davis as well. Andy, come on here giving us some inside info. I didn't even get in on that. That Kerr is playing his starter. What was that? One more time. That Kerr is only going to play the starters around 30 minutes. What? That's inside
Yeah.
info right there,
Yeah,
Andy.
well, first off, Anthony Davis is plus 110 at a double-double, so it's a really good look. But yeah, he
Cash.
said, and
That's cash right there.
why would you play these guys more than 30 minutes? You're coming off the
Mhm.
longest season possible. Steph put a lot of minutes on his body in the playoffs. Clay, still coming off of those surgeries that he had. And this is a championship or bust team. This is,
Mhm.
if they finish runner up, the season's a disaster. So they need to get a win, and they're going to need those bench guys in the playoffs.
All right.
And Kerr is no dummy. He needs to get these guys a lot of experience. So he said his starters are not going to be playing more than 30 minutes to start the season until they're in shape. And I think it's
Oh boy.
very, very smart. You want these guys healthy in April, May, and June. You don't want to wear them down here in October, November, December.
That's a good point. And you just look at it, take to the mindset of the players as well, right? You're coming out, like you said, and you're coming off the longest season, long drawn out season, off season, right? You're gonna take some time off after that. You're celebrating, you just won a championship, especially for all the young players. They're not used to that. Now we know Curry, Draymond, and Clay, they're used to this, right? But the rest of the guys aren't. So yeah, they're going parlaying basically the whole summer. This is basically, I always look at it as well. The first, and this is why I've struggled. I'm just trying to learn more always, but I've struggled because I didn't necessarily look at it that way, Andy, that some of these teams, this is an extension of the preseason for them. With Kerr saying that, playing his young guys, getting his young guys ready, he's basically saying this is an extension of this preseason. We're going to use these first few games like preseason, messing around with lineups. And why would they care about the early season? Why would they go balls to the wall early season when they know that they don't need to be in the right form in like the second half of the season, around February time? So I'm saying that's when they really need to be playing their best basketball of the season. You don't want to peak too early as well, and they've kind of started to rest resting Curry and Draymond and Clay in certain spots as well. I like on my paper, I have Lakers and under written down. It's just hard for me to get there with the Lakers, but I mean, it could be a good public fade. I can tell you, obviously with all the turmoil, no one is looking to bet the Lakers tonight. Only 2 singled out games, national TV. Y'all know how I do. Usually, I can only look towards the going with the contrarian side. I wouldn't be surprised if the Lakers cover here. Do I want to put money on it? Not necessarily right now because Andy, even the Warriors bench could smack the Lakers up if they wanted to, but and Lakers plus the 7. That's the only way I look. But I agree with that with the under as well, with this total coming down. And I think that it makes it better. Less time for Curry and guys like Clay out there. That's even better as well. But I saw it at 227. It came down to 225. I agree with the money coming in on the under. But that's some inside info there. That makes me lean Lakers even more, Andy, with the info that you got there. We appreciate that. Guys, in the chat, man, hit the like button, man. We give you guys props, sides. We got people popping off in the chat, man. All type of good stuff, man. I lean that AD double as well. But what do you think, Andy? Is that AD double worth the sprinkle?
Yeah, it could be worth a sprinkle. It's not going to make my card.
Okay,
I'm playing it cautious. I would just look at his points. It's about 23.5. I have seen Anthony Davis when he has a great matchup against rebounds come down with like 4, and then you're like, how do you have only 4 rebounds? So
yeah,
I let me add one more thing, Jay, to the load management with these guys. I think there's something important that you gotta watch for the Western Conference.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be a lot of teams pulling back. Phoenix won 64 games to get the 1 seed.
Right.
Their win total is 52.5. Memphis Grizzlies won 56 games. They had an insane record without Ja Morant. I got to expect them to pull back a little bit. Dallas got rid of Jalen Brunson. Maybe they pull back a little bit. I don't think you're going to need as many wins this year in the Western Conference to get one of those top 3 seeds. I don't think you're going to have the Phoenix Suns go out and win 64 games. I don't think you're going to see any of these teams get over that 62 wins. So I don't know if you're going to need as many wins to get a decent seed. So I'm sure teams like the Warriors are going to be monitoring that and saying, well, we're okay if we get the 3 seed or the 2 seed. And right now, we're on pace to be 10 games over 500. Maybe that's good enough. So keep an eye on the Western Conference seedings. It may give you a little insight as to how many minutes these guys are going to play.
That's a good point. And on the flip side as well, why do you need to win those many games in the regular season? Just like you said, it doesn't matter what seed you get. The real season starts when the playoffs starts. You can literally, I mean, you don't want to be the 7th or 8th seed, mess around in the play-in tournament and shit, but you, I mean, one of the top 4 seeds, maybe even 5th or 6th, get to the playoffs, beat who's in front of you. See what I'm saying? That's what really matters. If you go balls to the wall in the regular season, I mean, that's why a lot of my sharp guys are liking Celtics win total under as well. They saw what they had to do to get there. Now it's kind of now maybe they like, all right, we know the little ins and outs when we need to take the foot off the gas and when we really need to go, and let's try to be healthy this time for the regular season. So that's exactly what the Warriors are doing, kind of just trying to space the minutes out. I love the looks, man. Love talking NBA with my guy Andy here. We found some looks as well, man. So yeah, I lean Lakers there plus a 7, even more with the I might have to sprinkle some person. It's definitely a contrarian pick. It's definitely going against the public on a national TV game. And if Kerr's not playing his guys full minutes, it's going to be hard for me to see them blowing out the Lakers tonight, who, even though they have a lot of turmoil, should be motivated to at least try to come out here and get on the win column or show the world that they still have some left in the tank, guys. So heavily lean to the Lakers plus the 7 there and the under. Now, real quick, man, let's talk about some shirts, my guys. Jay and Shark shirts, Smack City, Us Against the Bookies shirts. Let's get some cash as well. Hit me up right now, jmoneyismoney.com, or you could just DM me on Twitter, my guys. Now we're going to play a quick commercial about Wager Talk. Go check out my guys over here at Wager Talk. Andy, we got Ski, we got Rob, a lot of great cappers that come on the show, man. Check us out.
The NBA regular season tips off on Tuesday, October 18th, and who better to bet alongside than Rob Vino and Akeem Profit. Rob Vino enters the season ranked number 1 all-time in NBA profit at Wager Talk. On the flip side, Akeem Profit is looking to replicate last season after he finished up the year picking up over 44 units in profit for his NBA clients. And right now, you can get the first 7 days of the NBA season for less than $5 per day per handicapper. For a limited time, you can get the first full week of NBA from both Rob Vino and Akeem Profit for the cost of just buying one of them. You heard right. For $69, you will get any NBA releases, including 5% best bets from Vino and Ski, from Tuesday, October 18th to Monday, October 24th, 2022. As an added bonus, the first 25 to sign up will get an additional 2 days added to their NBA access, a $100 value for free, taking you through October 26th.
You heard right, man. The first 25 people to sign up will get an extra couple of days, man. That's $100 value. Go check us out, wagertalk.com. A lot of great cappers over there. Andy's one of them. Andy, what do you got going over there at Wager Talk?
Well, no plays tonight officially for me on Wager Talk, but just, overall big picture, props is what I focus on. I don't do sides or totals. I get very, very specific with the props. We had over 82 units of profit in the regular season in NBA, and so it works. And we've done really well in NFL, 7-1 on 5% plays in the NFL. We've done really well in UFC. We got a 5% play for UFC. By the way, the event this weekend, Jay's in Abu Dhabi, starts at 10 a.m. Eastern. 7 a.m. Pacific. So if you want to get up and watch some UFC, get up bright and early before your college football. But I have a promo code, LANG200, LANG200. It gets you a full NBA season. That's regular season and in the playoffs for $200 off. So you can grab that. We're looking forward to a great season. Props is my specialty. It's where we do most of our damage, and we are ready to go for this season for sure.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, my guy. Any prop you liking on tonight's card, Andy?
I'm going to go with Joel Embiid. This is a guy that played in 68 games last year, 30.6, 11.7 rebounds, 4.2 assists, and more importantly, he played 68 games. That is a fantastic season. You're getting a very healthy Joel Embiid. You're getting an Al Horford who is probably a little bit worn out from the deep playoff run. It's a nightmare matchup without Rob Williams for them. I think this is Embiid really, really wanting to show off in front of that Boston crowd. Expect the guards to get Joel Embiid a lot early and often. And if Al Horford gets in any type of early foul trouble, look out. Don't be surprised if Joel Embiid gets 40 tonight, but I think for sure he's getting over 26.5.
I'd love to see him go for 40, 50 points in this one, my guys. Give me the Sixers in this one, guys. Obviously, there's a lot going on with the Celtics. They are still a really great team. I still love this team as well. I'm just not on them tonight, guys. So I don't like the matchup, especially going up against one of the best centers in the league. If they're playing Jokic or Embiid without, if you're playing Jokic or Embiid without a really good defensive center, you're going to get cooked, man. And the Sixers are not just Embiid right now, guys. They added PJ Tucker. They're bolstered their bench with D'Anthony Melton. Still got Milton coming off the bench. Thibault as well. I just like saying his name. Thibault. Georges Niang as well. Korkmaz. They added Daniel House Jr. over there. So this Sixers team is somewhat of a defensive team now as well. Hopefully PJ Tucker can be in prime season form. He is getting up there in age, but Maxey taking a step forward. Give me the Sixers here. Plus the 2.5, plus the 3.5. I need them to win the game outright, guys. So I don't mind going official with the money line here. I need them Sixers, my guys. And it's somewhat contrarian play, but not going official with this, but I'd lean the Lakers there in the under in the second game. Me personally, I usually like to fade the championship teams on ring night. You get a level of complacency for the ring team and taking them back, reminiscing on last year's where you get the Lakers, the team that didn't even make the playoffs. They're going to want to send a message as well and show that they're back for real. Got a new head coach over there. I'm sure they want to win the first game for him, my guys. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Lakers keep this game close tonight. Nobody likes them. Sometimes in situations like that, if you feel like everybody's on one side, maybe just stay off the game, man. So nothing's guaranteed, but I'm on the Sixers tonight, and I wouldn't talk anyone off the Lakers plus the 7. I hadn't betted, but we're trying to get some cash here, my guys. Definitely back tomorrow with more top picks. Go check us out, wagertalk.com. My guy Andy over there, Rob, Ski, a lot of great guys. You can follow Andy on Twitter at Bump Sports. You can follow me as well at JMoneyIsMoney. Hit the like button, subscribe. We out, my guys. Let's get this cash. Us Against the Bookies.